So far in the course, we've always triggered our actions with some form of object. Now we're going to talk about triggering an action without touching the screen. And what I mean by that is shake gestures. By simply shaking your device, you can trigger an action from within your application. And all we need to do is make sure that our application is aware of an action can perform once we detect a motion shake. So what we're going to do is jump into our main.storyboard. I'm just quickly change our screen size here to an iPhone screen size. And then I'm simply going to drag and drop a label into our application. And what's going to happen is we're going to shake our device. And by shaking our device, it will change the text from within our label. So that way we can see that a action was performed once we shook our device. So all we need to do is create an outlet for this label. So I'm going to bring up our assistant editor and viewcontrol.h and drag and drop our label over and in, and I simply name this label. There we go. So close our assistant editor and bring up our standard editor, and then all we need to do is jump into our viewcontroller.m, and then I'm going to space out our code here, and all we need to do is type out now our motion begin void statement. So we do dash bracket void bracket there, then we do motion began, and we add in that void statement there, and then press our parentheses brackets there to create it. And then all we need to do then is create an if statement. So we've got our void statement for if any motion begins in our application. We then need to make sure that the motion that we want is our shake one. So we do if, and then our event, which is going to link up back up to this void statement, dot the subtype of this event, dot subtype space equals our UI event subtype motion shake. So if it equals that subtype of the event, which is our device being shaken, then in our statements, our self.label.text will simply equal our string. And we're going to have simply within it, the device was shaken. There we go, nice and easy. And make sure we end that with a semicolon on the end. So once you've done that, our device is then going to shake. It's going to equal that motion shake event within the subtype because we've got this void statement within our class here. It's then going to perform our label to change the text. Now, we cannot shake our computer to kind of simulate it on the simulator, but there is a way to simulate a shake gesture on our simulator. So we can do that right now by going to build and run. So once our simulator loads up with our application, all we need to do to simulate a shake gesture is go to hardware, and then we got a shortcut for shake gesture, or we can simply press it. So we can press shake gesture, and then it's going to recognize that our device has been shaken, and then it will perform the action to display in our label the device was shaken. So if I press it, so it simulated that shake gesture as if our device was shaken in real life, and now that action has performed. So we've triggered an action without interacting with our screen at all. This is a great little thing you can add to your applications for like hidden features. Maybe unwittingly your user shook your device and it played like a sound effect or something like that. It's a great little Easter egg you can add into your application. It's also a great basis for a game. And in the next lecture, we're going to be talking about and creating our 6th application where we create our own shake gesture game, where we got to shake our device as many times as we can within our allotted time before the timer hits 0.